I'm here on the bed with Jean-Michel Jarre. I sounded so French then, didn't
yes.
I? And he's a man who has a laser organ, among other things, and he's also a very, very famous musician, of course.
Thank you.
How are you this morning?
I feel very gothic.
I know, the bedroom is so gothic,
yes,
immediately
very gothic.
It strikes that into your mind. Now,
Very quite French also, I must say.
Do you think?
I mean, coming from a Latin country, I think it's very...
sort of hot
very baroque,
colours.
Latin, hot colours, yes.
Somebody was telling me that when you're playing your laser organ, it gets really, really hot and you have to wear oven gloves.
Yes, this is partly true. Partly true, yes. I mean, it's a laser harp. It's not a laser. It's like a harp. I mean, instead of strings, you have laser beams. What I like, because you can perform with light, and which is quite fun.
And so they're not cool dudes' gloves. You are in fact wearing sort of a sexy version of oven gloves.
It's not bad. I mean, with you can have oven gloves with Nazi caps and playing night porters, or you see what I mean.
Now tell me something. You're about to go on tour.
Yes, it's actually the first time, because I've done seven concerts ever. So I'm going to do 3 times more concerts than in 2 months than I've done in 10 years. So it's quite new for me. I'm a real beginner in making tours. I mean, starting 20th of July in Mont Saint-Michel, in very unusual places. It's all over Europe.
Where are you going to be doing in England?
Wembley Stadium, a safe place.
A nice safe place. Now, last time you were here, you played in Docklands.
Yes.
And it was chaotic, wasn't it? Because it poured with rain.
Yeah.
And they tried to ban it, didn't they?
Yeah, 2 weeks before. I mean, it has been kind of a nightmare. But it's how things happen sometimes. So I'm fairly optimistic. So they say in our countries that it never happens to you twice. So Wembley anyway is if we are looking at the weather we have today, I hope that it will. Yeah.
Is it true you had to slip Tower Hamlets lots of money in order to perform at Docklands? I
mean that was I mean all the financial side of it was the promoter side, and that was more or less his problem. But my responsibility was to try to make it happen. What I tried to do, and is the reason why that I really fought to try to get this concert done. And I've been really moved by the attitude of the audience. I mean, under the pouring rain, I mean, I know that even if you're used to that kind of weather, I mean, to get 100,000 people waiting for hours under the pouring rain is something very unique.
They want to see your oven gloves. they wanted to see them.
It was a raincoat.
Your father's a very famous composer as well.
Yeah.
Was it a very musical household all the time? I mean, was he very encouraging?
Not particularly, because my parents split when I was 5, and I grew up really far away from his influence, I would say, on personal level and musical level. So maybe on level of chromosomes, maybe it helped, but not really on a day-to-day basis.
And now you're married to Charlotte Rampling.
Yeah.
And you've got 3 children.
That's right.
Are they very musical? I mean, is your house alive all the time with people kind of...
Yes, between hard rock and saxophone and synthesizers, and yeah, I mean, they love music. They're really into between hard rock and jazz, mainly. So
if you've got a mass of gadgets at your house, do you have things like, a thing that'll run the bath and a bed that comes out the cocktail cabinet?
No, not at all. That's I mean, I'm quite cautious vis-à-vis computers. I mean, it's safe in the studio, in the recording studio, back in the garden, but at home it's not as gothic as that, but it's a mixture.
You haven't reached these peaks
yet
at your
I'm
house.
working hard. I'm working hard.
Is Charlotte very nice to live with?
So far, yes. So far, it's all right.
Is it? She's not neurotic at all?
I mean,
must be hard living with a sort of big sex symbol, 2 big sex symbols in the same house.
Yeah, it's rather exhausting sometimes. But I mean, I travel a lot. She travels a lot, so we can get strong enough to cope again.
Do you have lots of second honeymoons?
We try to, yes. We try to. I mean, every year we have a kind of ritual going down to south of France and having not only souvenirs, but to try to make it as live as possible.
It's been lovely to have you on the bed. I can't wait to see your concert. I'm sure it's going to be fantastic. And now it's time...
The man with electric underpants, there he's been. Thank you to Jean-Michel Jarre. Thanks to the lady with the dogs. And more from the family of the week.